is presented by Harper, Evans, Gilbrenner, and Nettemeyer, and made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, the Columbia Area Career Center, and Jim Butler.
Good evening and greetings from Hickman High School. We're at Bob Lamone Field, Alumni Stadium, where tonight the Hickman Cupies renew their rivalry with the Jefferson City Jays. It's meeting number 121 on the gridiron for these two at one time titans of the Midway, as these two powerhouses have met and battled over the years. The Jays have gotten the best of the Cupies in the last dozen years as they've won 12 in a row. But Hickman has momentum. They have won 2 in a row here in 2024 with a victory last week at Smith Cotton and the big win against Battle 2 weeks ago. For the Jefferson City Jays, they were roughed up by their little sister last week, the Capital City Cavaliers, 49-7, as they're looking to right the ship under their first-year head coach, Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas and Justin Conyers, both head coaches, now coaching for their alma mater. Alongside is Ben Drury. And Ben, welcome to the broadcast booth. It's great to have you here tonight. And you are a Hickman Cupie, aren't you? You're a graduate of Hickman, or rather a student at Hickman High School.
Yeah, I am. I'm a sophomore here at Hickman High School. Yeah, this is my second year. Part of the Career Center doing a broadcasting class. That allowed me to have the opportunity to be here with you today. And, yeah, I love to do this, talk about sports. I run a newsletter. I write for the school newspaper. And, yeah, this is what I love to do most. So, yeah, it's a pleasure to be here tonight.
That's Ben Drury. I'm Tex Little. And our statistician tonight is Larry Wyatt II. Talk a little bit about what you see in this matchup between the Jays and the Cupies. Both clubs with a lot of history. Both teams trying to get back to where they once were.
Yeah. And both of these teams are coming into this game with similar records, but two different stories. As you said earlier, Hickman's 2-0 for the first time in a long time, and since 2020, in fact. And they got their first win in 700 days 2 weeks ago against Battle. And Jefferson City had last year an incredible year. They got to the semifinal game in the state playoffs, and it's been a fairly different year this year. They're averaging 11 points less than last year, and it's truly going to be a good game, I feel, tonight. Two completely different offensive schemes. Hickman, a very deep ball dominant team, and then Jefferson City, a very wants to run the ball down your throat. And I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think it'll be a big contrast. The Jays will probably try to play keep away and maintain possession of the football. The Hickman Cupies trying to get their athletes in separation out on the edge and open this game up. It's going to be interesting to see which wins the will of the minds, as the captains are currently meeting at midfield. Our referee tonight is Tim Lukenoff. Mark Murphy is the umpire. The linesman is Sean Wake. The line judge is Rick Nichols, and the back judge is Michael Keck. As the captains meet, they'll flip the coin, and we'll see who's going to get the football for the first time. But Jeff City can throw the ball, too. And you think back in the heydays when the Jays won those 10 state championships, it was the running game that set up a pass here and there. As the Hickman Cupies have won the coin toss, and they're going to take the football. As we will get you set for the Cupie offense. But the Jays would pound, and then somebody'd be wide open in the secondary for a 35-yard touchdown strike, and they were off and running. And for the Hickman Cupies, they've been known to pound it too a little bit, but this modern era of Cupie football led by Justin Conyers, they're going to spread it around. But one of the things Coach Conyers would like to see his Cupie Ball Club do is run the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, they definitely have with their star running back, Rajon Rayner, who emerged onto the scene in the past couple weeks after Kenyon Collins had a little bit of a drop-off. And I think that truly they pass to run the ball. They have certain series of plays where they have great offensive gains in the pass, and then that just opens up the run game for Rayner, and he has big gains of 10-plus yards. And it's, very, very explosive, I would say.
The other point is the Hickman Cupies have gone to the platoon system where maybe one or two players will play both offense and defense, but mostly it is a defensive unit that'll be out there and then an offensive unit. And those players stay fresher than the ones that are going both ways. As the ball is teed up by the kicker for the Jefferson City Jays, Kendrick Johnson. The Cupies send 3 return men deep as we are moments away from the opening kickoff. It's meeting number 121, and here is an end-over-end kick hit deep, and it'll sail into the end zone for a touchback, and the Cupies will set up their offense at their own 20-yard line. The series, Jefferson City leads at 63-53. There have been 4 ties over the years. As we mentioned, the Jays have won the last 12. That tells you where it was 12 years ago. The Hickman Cupies had a 2-game advantage as this series has gone back and forth. And they used to say that the state title went through either Jefferson City or Columbia Hickman back in the biggest class days. As the Cupies bring out their offense, and it's ran by their quarterback, Braden Bursey. They set up in the pistol. At the running back is Rayner. Twin receivers right, twin receivers left. Rayner gets the call and nowhere to go off right tackle as he is spun back and knocked down by Wyatt Jenkins, the defensive end for the Jefferson City Jays, 5'11", 197, a junior. The other end is Gideon Duran, and the nose guard for the Jays is Victor Azora. The linebackers are Julius Lowry, Josiah Jensen, Javion Swan, and Blake Switzer. And then they'll use 4 players in the secondary. As Bursey takes a low snap, swings it in the flat. It's caught in the flat by Holiday, who dodges a tackler, fights his way across the 25, out to about the 22, 26, 27-yard line for setting up a 3rd down and about 4, a 6-yard gain on that swing pass. As the Cupies look to convert. Splitting wide for Hickman, Brock Kemp, already on the year with 10 touchdown receptions. He's already caught 31 passes for 536 yards, and he's drawn attention to D1 programs across the country. So he splits wide to the left, slot left, as Bursey looking for a 3rd down conversion. Play action, rolling right. Now against the grain, will throw over the middle to Kemp for a 1st down at the 47-yard line, and he's brought down at the 49. As Kemp found the seam and picks up his 32nd catch of the year as he's a little slow to get up.
Those are the plays that Hickman truly excels at, just throwing it over the middle to Brock Kemp, and he was wide open that time, and it's just pitch and catch between Bursey and Kemp on that one.
23 yards picked up on the pitch and catch as Kemp seems to be a little bit shaken up as the Cupies get the signal from the near sideline, working from near midfield. Trips to the right. Here comes the blitz, keeping the ball. Bursey trying to get outside on the option. He pitches the ball to Rayner across the 45 of the Jays, down to the 44-yard line. As the tackle was made, and over in the middle of it was Victor Azora. As Hickman ran a little option to the right. Cubes on the march as they move from our right to the left. 3 down linemen for Jefferson City. Kemp splits wide now right. The sophomore quarterback Bursey takes the snap, gives to Rayner. Rayner plows his way to the 40 for the 1st down. Making the tackle. Check that. That was Bell. That was Blake Bell with the carry. And he actually has gotten the first 2 carries running the ball, not Rayner. Bell comes into this game with a total of 8 rushes for 24 yards, and he's picked up another 15 already tonight. And they on the option, keeping Bursey coming to the left. Now on the option, pitches it to Conyers down the sideline. Conyers inside the 20, forced out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Great deception by the sophomore quarterback, Braden Bursey, who came into this game. Bursey did as the number 2 ball carrier. And Bursey then pitched to Conyers, the sophomore flanker, who did a great job of jetting down the near sideline. 1st and 10 at the Jefferson City 19. Play action. Bursey wants to throw. Dances in the pocket, rolls right. Bursey will throw it away as he is hit by the Jefferson City J linebacker, Julius Lowry. No penalty marker down. It'll be 2nd and 10. Hickman going no huddle. First possession of the game. 1st and 10. or rather second down and 10 for the Cupies. As Bursey sets him up, he's ran the ball over 50 times this year. And Bursey on the keeper up the middle across the 15 and flattened at about the 10-yard line. But coming into the game, 52 rushes for 205 yards. He's already ran tonight for another 25. And it's second. This will be third and goal to go. That was an interesting call on 2nd and 10. Third and goal to go from the 11-yard line. Jeff City, 2-3 on the air. They stand at 2-2 in the CMAC. Hickman at 2-2 in the CMAC, 2-3 on the air, and jumping offside the Jeff City J defensive end. And that'll be a first down for the Cupies.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, half a distance to the goal, first down.
First and goal to go from just outside the 5-yard line. As Hickman has ran a pretty clean offense here in this first possession, Ben.
Yeah, they're just, as we kind of talked about it earlier, they're a very momentum-driven team, and they've just taken it all the way down the field this possession and trying to, take that momentum early on in the game and get that first score.
They re-spot the ball. Now it's inside the 5 where it's first and goal to go. Cupies come into this game. They are a -3 on the giveaway takeaway stat. That's a stat you got to turn around if you're going to play winning football. As Bell lines up as the running back. Flanker to the left. Bursey rolling right. Is hit, throws, and it is caught for the touchdown as Bursey got hit and threw it as he was being hit, and hauling it in, I believe, is Kason Conyers. Conyers with a 4-yard touchdown reception. Touchdown, Columbia Hickman.
Yeah, that play looked like it could have been bad for Bursey as that rusher almost got to him at the end, and then what looked like could have been just a thrown ball out of play. He threw it for a touchdown, so it was good to see.
That is the third touchdown catch of the year for Conyers. As 2 comes on to try to add the extra point, just as he's ready to go, they stop everything. And apparently somebody's got either equipment problem or has to come out. It's an official timeout. Must be equipment. As the Cupies make a change at the end of the right line, end of the line on the right end, as Gaines checks out. Holiday the holder, and the kick is on the way by 2. It's good, and it's 7-0, Cupies. Hickman with a very impressive drive to open up this game. We'll be back with more of our KZOU Game of the Week in a moment.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect.
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Seven 0 Columbia Hickman with a lead against the Jeff City Jays. An 80-yard drive took 9 plays. They burned 3 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock as they scored on a 4-yard touchdown pass from Braden Bursey to Caden Conyers for the strike. Conyers' third touchdown catch of the year, and then 2 added the extra point. That was an impressive drive, Ben.
Yeah, it was. They were had a perfect mix of the pass game and the run game on that one, perfectly complementing each other as they had that open ball across the middle of the field to Brockcamp to truly get him across the 50 and set him up for that good touchdown drive to start the game.
Kedrick Johnson goes deep to return to kick at 2. As the Cupies decked out in their purple jerseys, gold trim, and white pants, Johnson will field it at the 12, 15-20. Johnson, far sideline, looking for a block, slides down to about the 41-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Jefferson City. The Jeff City Jays, led by their quarterback, Alec Wilson, a junior at 6'1", 161 pounds. He has thrown for 258 yards on the year. 21-yard return by Johnson for the Jays as they bring out their offensive unit. Johnson in a slot. Their running back is Jaden Lavalette. Lavalette gets the handoff. Jaden breaks a tackle out to the 45 to the 50, 45, and into Hickman territory. And he's brought down at about the 24-yard line, and he had all kinds of room on that left side. Big run there for Lavalette, who comes in with 426 yards rushing. That was his 94th carry of the year. As Lavalette ripped off a big gain of 24 yards up the middle. Lavalette at 5'8", 183 pounds, a senior. Wilson puts Johnson in motion. Play action. Rolling is Wilson. Throws underneath. Screen pass. It's caught by Johnson. Johnson inside the 30 down to about the 24-yard line. And is right at the first down marker. It's the Jays on a rollout. Pick up 10 yards. 1st and 10. The Hickman defense is going to have to find ways to get some pressure on this quarterback, Alex Wilson. As Wilson works out of the gun. Hickman showing blitz. Wilson fires in a flat, and it's caught and dropped. With the drop is Zach Barnes, who has made 3 catches on the year, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And that's the first play from scrimmage that Jeff City has not gained yardage. 7-0 Cupies. Approaching the midway mark of this first quarter. Jeff City has beaten Hickman 12 straight times, including crushing them last year. Barnes in motion. Barnes gets the call. Barnes behind the left tackle, and H-back gets it out to about the 23-yard line for a gain of about 3, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd down. Call it 8. Box on the far sideline says 2nd down, but it's 3rd down. Hope they get that corrected. We've seen 5 down gains in this area before. Now it is corrected. Lavalette lines up in the pistol. Back to throw Wilson, going deep over the middle, and nobody home. As Wilson's pass, I'm not sure who it was intended for. Do you know, Ben? There was no one at home.
No, there was perfect coverage on that play, and just a miscue throw and some good defense from Hickman on that one.
4th down and 8 from the 23. Jeff City with a change of personnel as Alden Kimlinger checks in. Trips to the right. Wilson will move Lavalette to his right. Hickman with a 3-man front. They bring 6. Wilson rolling right, fires in a flat. It's incomplete. Right through the hands of the intended receiver in Zach Barnes. And Hickman gets the football as they get it on downs as the Cupies. Well, hold everything. A flag down on the field. A late flag, and it looks like that's going to go against the Cupies. And that's one of the areas that Justin Conyers and Hickman's been trying to clean up. And if this is a roughing the passer, it'll be a 1st down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, half the distance to the goal, automatic 1st down.
I followed the flight of the ball. I did not stay on the quarterback. What'd you see, Ben?
Yeah, definitely. I think they were so close to they had a really, really good – Jefferson City had a really good run early on, and they looked like they were going to be able to just run it down their throats, but Hickman looked to hold them up, but unfortunately that momentum just stopped.
1st and 10. Lavalette gets the call. He weaves his way down to about the 12-yard line, a gain of a couple. Well, the Cupies had the stop, and they cost themselves here, and the Jays still alive on this drive. Now Hickman's got to bow their neck a little bit. Jeff City with a reprieve. Last year the Jays beat the Cupies 63-19. That was down at Jeff City Atkins Field. Now they shift to more of a power running situation. Wilson will keep on the option. He's got running room. Wilson sidesteps a tackler and slides into the end zone for a touchdown, but a marker is down in the area of holding. And our referee, Tim Lukanoff, indicates it will be a holding call. As that will nullify that run of the touchdown.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That'll be from the infraction. And it brings the football back outside the 15, out to about the 17-yard line.
It'll be second and 15 for the Jays.
The extra back is Tavian Davis. So he'll line up as a flanker to the left for Jefferson City. Lavalette will work behind the quarterback. Twin receivers to the left, lone receiver to the right, and Murphy. Man in motion. They give the Lavalette. He's going to the right, and he's going to outrun the defender, and touchdown Jays. A touchdown run of 17 yards as Lavalette around the right end. Great job of lead blocking as Lavalette had clear running room.
Yeah, that was great blocking by the Jefferson City offensive line. And like we talked about earlier, one of their huge strengths is the run game, and Hickman just got their first taste of that. And if either teams want to stay in the game, they want to, hold down their opposing team's strengths. And Hickman was unable to do that on that one.
Snaps back, kicks on the way, and we're tied at 7 as the Jeff City Jays answer. And it is Hickman 7, Jefferson City 7. We'll be back with more of the KZOU Game of the Week presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools in a moment.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk, but there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
At Callaway Collision Center, we do more than just auto body work. And when we do auto body work, we do it right and we treat you right.
Body work, alignments, mechanical repairs, we do it all.
Callaway Collision Center, honest, dependable, and one of the best in the business.
We are Callaway Collision Center, and we want to be your auto body specialist. Give us a call.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect!
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
After the Hickman Cupies marched the ball 80 yards, the Jefferson City Jays came right back and put a drive together of their own. 9 plays, 59 yards, scoring on a 17-yard run by Jaden Lavalette. Extra point by Kedrick Johnson, and we're tied at 7 with 6:06 to play, first quarter. Now a low line drive kick, and the Cupies will knock it down, pick it up, and bringing it out of there for Hickman is Johnson. This is Marcus Johnson. He brings it out to about the 21-yard line, and Hickman will set it up there. Didn't expect a shootout coming into this game, but this right now looks like that could be what we're going to see here, Ben.
Yeah, both teams played to their strengths in those opening drives. And like we talked about a little bit during the break, there was just a fifth down situation for Hickman where they almost had him stopped and then gave up a silly penalty. And to stay in these games, you have to stop those unforced errors. And for both teams, like you said, it's setting up to be a pretty good game thus far.
Holiday splits wide to the right. Wide left is Camp. Bursey into pistol. Gives the ball to his running back. I think this one is Rayner. And no gain. As Rayner failed to gain any yardage at all. The Jays are solid up front. Jays allowing 185 yards per game rushing the football defensively. As Bursey takes the snap, drops back to throw, has time, has all day to throw, finds Kemp over the middle for first down at the 33-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 for the Cupies as Kemp has all kinds of space in that secondary. That's a 13-yard gain. 1st and 10, Cupes. They go without the huddle. And this time it is the pitch back out to Conyers trying to get to the edge, and Conyers got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. As Conyers might have got one yard. Big crowd on hand here at Hickman High School, senior night. Seems early in the year for senior night, but they're celebrating here this evening as the Cupies host their arch rival, the Jeff City Jays. We're tied at 7. Trips to the right now for the Cupies. Bursey rolls right, fires, has a man in Conyers, but he missed him as he overshot his target. It'll be 3rd down and about 9. Bursey trying to utilize some of these other receivers, keep everybody honest. Last week, the Hickman Cupies went to Sedalia and beat Smith Cotton 42-22. Hickman trying to win 3 in a row for the first time since 2012. It's been hard. Been tough for the Cupes. Big 3rd down conversion here, working from their own 35. Bursey with all kinds of time. Wants to go deep, and the pass is incomplete. Target was Elijah Tatum on the far sideline. I thought Holiday got open, but Bursey couldn't get enough on it. And the Cupies will punt. And Bursey usually takes care of the punting duties. Not at 7. Going deep for Jefferson City. To return this punt, I believe, is Johnson. Now, bad snap and hold everything. They had stopped play with a whistle on the far sideline. And it is illegal procedure against the Cupies.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Jefferson City anticipating good field position here. Bursey on the year, averaging right around 35 yards a punt. Gets a low snap, fields it on a hop, low punt, but he got his foot into it. That'll take a Hickman bounce. Johnson steps aside as it rolls inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line where Rayner downs it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jays. So Jefferson City, the Jays, will get the ball for the second time. That was a 43-yard punt. Wasn't pretty, but effective, Ben.
Yeah, I think that last drive was they went and tried those strengths of theirs. Braden Bursey, he has an incredible arm on him, and on those last 2 plays, they were testing the waters and seeing if they could get some receivers open down the field. Now, obviously, that was unsuccessful, but they're trying early and trying to see what will work. And 2 early possessions with open room for Brock Camp, and I definitely think they'll utilize him down the road.
Now the Jays shift to the wishbone. So they overload an unbalanced line to the left. And Jeff City hands it off with the carry is Lewis. Lewis has first down yardage around the left end out to the 42-yard line. And we have seen Jefferson City run out of the bone. They go without a huddle. Again, they unbalance heavy side right. As Alex Wilson checks the sideline, the leading running back is Lavalette. He's in a fullback position. And they give it to the left half. And this time it's Davis, and he's cut down after a short gain of maybe 2. It'll be second down and 8. You know, it's a young Hickman defense. Elijah Dotson's a sophomore working up front. Levi Harrow is a senior. They have moved Caleb Richardson out of the linebacking core up to the defensive end position. He too is senior, along with Deshaun Sharp. Now a handoff to Lewis, and he's buried for a loss of a yard as the Hickman Cupies got great penetration. This time it was Elijah Dotson with a tackle. He gets his 13th tackle of the year. It'll be third down and 9.
Bring up a 3rd and 9 from the 43-yard line for the Jays.
Jefferson City brings in a fresh back in Corday Nickerson as he'll split wide to the near side. Third down 9. Hickman with 4-man front. They bring up a linebacker. Back to throw Wilson. Wilson looking for time. Flyers it, and it is caught in the secondary for a first down deep in Hickman territory as that catch was made. But an ineligible receiver downfield for Jefferson City, and it's coming back.
Downfield, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay third down.
So it comes back. And that was a matter of the ball being thrown up, and the receiver ran underneath it, and Barnes, who came back to the football.
The ball placed on the 38-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd and 14 for the Jays.
A reprieve for this Hickman defense. Hickman giving up 42.4 points a game. That includes that 90-point performance they gave up to Helias. Twin receivers right and left. Hickman showing blitz. Wilson wants to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. I think Wilson was just getting rid of it because the pocket collapsed. And it'll be a punting situation for Jefferson City.
Bring up a 4th down for the Jays.
Jeff City's punters, their quarterback, Alex Wilson, who's averaging about 41 yards per punt. And Hickman sends one man deep to return this punt, and that is Jason Scott. Here's the snap back, pressure, and a shanked punt. And the Cupies will stay away from it, but Hickman's going to get it. Great field position after a shanked punt. I don't think it was touched. Did it look like it was deflected?
No.
I think he just rushed it because the Hickman punt defensive team really brought some pressure. So the Hickman defense and special teams sets up the Cupies here in this tied game at 7.
Cupies will take over 1st and 10.
16-yard punt. Well, chain crew, they love that. They didn't hardly have to move. Kemp wide to the right, wide to the near side, Holiday. Looks like Bell's back in there as the running back. They give to Bell, and Bell scratches for a yard. Good penetration by the Jefferson City front line. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Blake Bell with the carry. Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
Jeff City, pretty solid fundamentally. They are, too, giving up 43 points tonight. They've had some tough outings. One of them was at Rockbridge a couple weeks ago. And now Hickman has hurt themselves here with, I think, a procedure penalty. And that is the case.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Spit and sputter, Ben. They're spitting and sputtering.
Yeah, for the 3rd possession in a row, both teams are having penalties that are they're affecting their field position and their chances at scoring a lot. So not what you want to see early on.
Bursey rolls right, fires an intercepted pass, and this is going to be a pick 6. Down the sideline, racing the ball towards the end zone for the Jefferson City Jays was 50-yard return. And it was number 26, but I'm not sure who 26 is. as it's picked and ran in, and the Jays lead, forcing the turnover, and that was an ill-advised pass. You had 26 catching a pass, right?
Yeah.
Rosters are blank with number 26, but he has a touchdown. And now a procedure penalty against Jefferson City on the point after attempt.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay.
So that'll back the Jays up, who have taken a 13-7 lead. So that pass was intercepted at midfield and returned for a touchdown. Now Johnson's point after is high enough, long enough, and good. And Jefferson City has built a 14-7 lead here at Hickman. We'll return in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
50-yard interception return by the Jefferson City Jays, and the Jays now have a 14-7 lead after Hickman took the opening kickoff and drove the ball 80 yards for a touchdown. The Jays have answered and have taken the lead here in this rivalry game.
Kicking off for the Jays, number 1, Kendrick Johnson.
Kendrick Johnson will kick it off. That interception thrown by Braden Bursey, his 6th of the year. And now Johnson's kick, line drive kick, and Hickman will return to the 15, up the middle for the Cupies, and into the secondary for Hickman is Elijah Bussey.
Number 2, Elijah Bussey on the return.
As Bussey returned it 20 yards.
41 yards.
James Garbs returned that kickoff, that pass. That's Jameis Garbs with the Jamison Gerbs with the interception. Gerbs listed as wearing 33. And now nowhere to run for Bursey, and a drop as he is dropped about 4 yards deep. And it'll be second down and 15. Jamison Gerbs with that picked pass and
brings up second and
the touchdown. And the Hickman Cupies have hit a rough spot here in this game. Trips to the right. And the Jays jump offside. The nose
dead ball
tackle jumped into the
defense,
neutral zone and then hit the Cupie. Nick Mosley playing in the middle. And that'll make it a little easier task for the Cupes to pick up a first down, second down, and call it 7. Both of these teams look a little antsy. Rayner put in motion. Bursey throws over the middle to Kemp. He's got a lead blocker down the middle to the 40, to the 30. There goes Kemp all the way for a touchdown of 57 yards, and Hickman's right back in the game. Brock Kemp on a little slant had a great lead block. I believe it was Conyers that was out in front, and he opened the way, and the Cupies answer, and they answer quickly.
Yeah, those are perfect play design. He hit the Heisman as he scored the touchdown. And, yeah, they played to their strengths on that one. Incredible speed from Brock Camp, and he was just wide open, had incredible blocking, and ran down the side of the field.
Hold everything, another flag down. The touchdown's good. And the Cupies were penalized apparently after the touchdown, and a penalty will be assessed after this extra point try to tie this game. Very nicely executed play by the Cupies. And it came with just 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Holiday holds, the snaps down, and two's kick is picture perfect. And this game is tied at 14 with 3 seconds to play here in this first quarter.
Hickman Cupies 14, Jefferson City Jays 14.
How about that drive, though, for the Hickman Cupies? They struck very quickly. Oh, a 2-play drive, 57 yards, and it took 53 seconds as the Cupies tie it at 14. Well, that's kind of what we expected from Hickman with that quick strike like that. Now somebody's got to learn to play defense for one of these two teams, or we could be scoring all night.
Yeah, definitely. There might be a lot of scoring, but it's definitely going to be a lot less one-sided like it was whenever another Jefferson City team came here a couple weeks ago, Elias, and I think Hickman definitely took from that game a little bit more resilience. They responded, like you said, 53 seconds after getting that ball, and they just got right back into the game and tied it up like it is right now with 3 seconds left in the first quarter.
You mentioned at the top of the broadcast that the Cupies have won 2 in a row. That's the first time since 2012.
After the penalty, the Cupies will kick off from 25
In
yards.
2020, the Cupies won 2 in a row. They beat Capital City and Smith Cotton, but those are the only games they won in 2020. That was a COVID year, as they played, I believe, just 8 games, 9 with the district playoff game. Johnson goes deep for the Jays. Set to boot this one is Shertu for the Cupies. And he hammers a low line drive kick, and it takes a Hickman bounce, and scramble to pick it up is Lewis. And Rodarius Lewis is decked at about the 32-yard line. 2-yard return, 1st and 10 for Jefferson City.
Great defense from the Hickman kickoff team, as it looked like it could have been, a very sizable return off of that failed squib-like kick, but they got back there after that failed pickup from the Jefferson City player, and they got the ball.
We'll be back with quarter number 2 in a moment. We're tied. Hickman 14, Jefferson City 14. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
When severe weather rolls in, the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 rolls out, alerting you to live conditions with our 360 camera.
We are still continuing to track some hail as it moves back off to the east.
Tracking every angle, every move of severe weather's path, so you know exactly what to avoid before heading out.
Look at some of the debris.
The ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 is sponsored by M5 Contracting.
My dad's name was David. He always talked about getting life insurance, and now it's too late.
No one was expecting my husband Dave to suffer from a heart attack. We didn't have life insurance. We thought we had more time.
Don't be Dave, and don't wait until it's too late to get the life insurance coverage you need. And if you don't have enough insurance to cover funeral costs, credit card debt, and other expenses, your family is going to get stuck with the bill. Call now to get affordable life insurance.
Just call
800-808-6073.
If you're over 50, you can't be turned down for this insurance, regardless of your health. Plus, there's no medical exam, no health questions. Your rate will never go up. Your coverage will never go down. And rates start as low as $5 a week. Remember, don't be Dave. Call now.
Call now.
800-808-6073.
Want to throw the ultimate party for this year's Missouri-Arkansas game? Just go to abc17news.com/play for your chance to win a full-service tailgate from Revel XP, the official tailgate provider of Mizzou Athletics.
When it's a big story,
we're all over it. A landfill just outside of Sedalia caught fire.
A road leading to the site has been closed as crews work on the area.
You can see a little bit of that smoke still coming up.
Hey, Boys wrestling team coached by Dan Peepers, Doug Gordon, Jeff Grail, Landon Wiswall.
Hickman 14, Jefferson City 14. We swing to the second quarter. The Jays with a football at their own 34-yard line. Alex Wilson will put Barnes in motion as Wilson gives to Lavalette, and Lavalette with nowhere to run up the middle. You know what always amazes me, Ben, is teams that like to run the football, they also have patience. They'll run a couple plays in succession that will have very, very little, if any, gain, and then they rip one off. And you just can't let up defensively. You got to be there on every snap. A gain of 1, 2nd and 9. And again, the Lavalette trying to find running room, sidesteps a couple tackles, and then is finally wrestled to the ground by Jackson Gooch. Gooch with his 29th tackle of the year. Outside linebacker, and it'll be 3rd down. A gain of 1, so 3rd and 8. Jays using some fresh personnel in there as well, as Julius Lowry was in that backfield. Now Johnson splits wide to the left. Nicholson to the left as well. And now Johnson in motion left to right. Trips to the right. Empty backfield. Wilson rolling right. Has time. Going deep. It's incomplete as he threw it away out of bounds. The intended receiver was Zach Barnes. And the Jays will probably be punting here.
If you are the driver of a white Chrysler Town & Country license plate RG7B6U, please move your car. White Chrysler Town & Country RG7.
Opportunity here for the QPs to
be towed if you do not move it.
Get the football in pretty good field position. Curry and Larkins goes deep now to return the anticipated punt from Alex Wilson. At 4th down and 7. And Wilson kicks this one short. And that's fielded by the QP's Bussey. And Bussey returns it to Jefferson City territory. And that was not the punt the Jays were looking for. But a penalty marker down on the field. In fact, 2 flags down around the 46-yard line of Hickman. It's probably a block. Illegal block. Otherwise, Hickman has it at the 49 at Jeff City. Push in the back against Jefferson City.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
That's from the point of infraction. That'll back the QPs up out to about the 36-yard line. Got to stop getting in your own way if you're Hickman, Ben.
Exactly. They've got to stop those unforced errors, and they've got lucky a couple times on scoring plays, and they haven't had any, but if they want to, like I said a couple times, if they want to stay in the game, they've got to limit them.
Bursey fires it in the far flat, and it is caught over there by Tatum for a loss of about 3 yards. Bursey dropped that snap. And now is looking for a towel. It's warm here tonight. It was 85 degrees in kickoff. And here, week number 6 in a high school football season, you'd think things would be cooling off a bit, but not yet. And now Hickman's digging themselves a hole. A penalty and now a negative play. And Hickman is looking for some consistency here, and it's been hard to come by, and they've gotten in their own way a few times. Bursey on the option, pitches this one to Rayner, getting outside. Rayner to the 40, stiffs arm the tackler, and then is dragged to the ground at the 45-yard line.
Number 16, Rayner.
And the tackle was made with the headgear, and this is going to be a personal foul against Jefferson City. As Rayner was thrown out of bounds, just shy of 1st down yardage, but either a horse collar or a face mask. We'll see what the call is.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, results in a 1st down.
So the Jays guilty of a major infraction, and that sets Hickman up at Jefferson City's 41-yard line.
After the penalty, the ball will be placed on the 41-yard line.
Boy, composure and discipline in a rivalry game is so important. That was a well-executed option, though, for the Cupies. As Bursey will set Rayner to the right. Slot left. Bursey will keep up the middle. Bursey across the 35 and up in at about the 32-yard line. That was a gain of 9.
Bursey on a carry, brought down by number 1 of the Jays. Gain of 9 on the play.
Bursey's thrown for 2 touchdowns in this game. Now he's thrown for 19 on the year. Slot left. Bursey gives a Rayner going left. And Rayner's tackled by Julius Laurie. And it's close to the first down marker. I think Rayner got it. Boy, they closed up, and Laurie with a nice tackle. 3-yard gain.
Will be placed on the 30-yard line, which will bring up another Hickman QB.
Tied game at 14 here on senior night. Wide to the left for the Cupies is Tatum. Holiday in a slot. The tight end to the left is Conyers. Case and Conyers. Play action. Bursey will go right. Bursey fires underneath, and it's caught by Holiday at about the 14-yard line for a Hickman first down as the Cupies are on the march. As Holiday hauled that in. Holiday, who made the transition from a quarterback spot to a wide receiver with his 21st catch of the year. 16-yard gain. Boy, that was a dangerously thrown ball, but Holiday boxed out well.
Yeah, Braden Bursey was just running in the backfield, and then didn't look like there would be any throw at all, but he threw it in there right to Carter Holiday.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Jay's helping out the Cubes here with an encroachment penalty. Now it's 1st and 5. The ball at the 9. Yeah, Bursey has guts. He hangs in there longer than probably he should at times. Bursey on the option. Keeps it up the middle of the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal for Columbia Hickman from the 2.5-yard line. Boy, good read there by the Cupie quarterback. Seven-yard run for Bursey up the middle. Jefferson City has their defense spread out all over the field. Bursey will keep, drops his shoulders, and drives into the end zone for a Hickman touchdown. And the Cupies have regained the lead. Make it a 3-yard TD run by Braden Bursey.
That was a great run from Braden Bursey, and I think that was a perfect drive from the Hickman offense, perfectly balancing the run and the pass. You know, you've got that good throw to Carter Holiday early on, those runs to Rajon Rayner, and Braden Bursey scoring the touchdown like he did a couple times, advancing the ball down the field earlier on.
Hickman fell behind 14-7. Now it's a 20-14 Hickman lead. The snap's back, and they get it down. And the kick by 2 is through. And the Cupies lead the Jays by a score of 21-14. Great job by Holiday to take an errant snap and get it down for the extra point. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week from Alumni Stadium at Hickman High School.
At Jim Butler, we know Jeep drivers give a duck. That's why we give a duck about offering the lowest new Jeep prices. We give a duck about having the biggest Jeep selection for miles. We give a duck about making your Jeep buying experience as excellent as possible. And we'll actually give you a duck to prove it. Start your Jeep ducking adventure online or come see why our new Jeep showroom in Centralia is worth the drive during Jeep Adventure Days. Because
Jim Butler is the Jeep powerhouse.
I'm ABC 17's Megan Drakis. When you walk to end Alzheimer's, you're walking for a better future, families and treatment. Join ABC 17 for Jefferson City's Walk to End Alzheimer's on Sunday, October 13th at Capital Region MU Healthcare Amphitheater at Ellis Porter Park. With the dollars raised, you'll support families and critical research for treatment and prevention. To register or donate, scan the code or visit alz.org/JCWalk.
I'm ABC 17's Lucas Geisler, here with Boone County Clerk Brianna Lennon, who needs your help.
The clerk's office is recruiting more than 650 workers to run polling places across the county this year. These election judges are the backbone of our democracy.
And they do that for free.
No, they get a paycheck. Election judges are paid for their time and they receive paid training. You can visit the county clerk's website to apply.
Working as a judge on Election Day is a great way to give back to your community and make a real difference.
Columbia Hickman 21, Jefferson City 14. The Jeff City Jays this year will compete at the Class 5 level. Last year, of course, they went to the semifinals of Class 4. Cupies have been doing business in Class 6 the entire time that there's been a Class 6, and now a squib kick, and that is fielded by Johnson. Johnson looking for a block, finds a crease, out across the 30 to 40, 45, and finally brought out of bounds at the 48-yard line, and they're going to hit the Cupies with a late hit out of bounds, a 36-yard return. As the kicker was going to be flagged here, and they're going to tack on another 15 yards. And the flags continue to sail. And Jeff City's going to have a short field here with an opportunity to try to tie this game. 7-play, 64-yard drive.
Dead ball, personal foul, kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Brandon Bursey's 3-yard touchdown run officially. That's his second touchdown rushing this year for Bursey. But now the Jays with great field position. A good kick return, followed up with a personal foul. Jeff City's at the Hickman 34-yard line. Wilson, the levelette. No, Wilson kept on the option, and Wilson weaves his way for a first down inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. Wilson's quick. He slashed his way upfield for a gain of about 14. And now Jay is slow to get up. And that's Wilson, Alex Wilson, a quarterback. Their backup is Will Linthicum. And it might be Linthicum's opportunity here as he checks into the game. Linthicum is a tall glass of water at 6'7", 186 pounds, a junior. He is 7 of 20 passing for 84 yards. He's thrown 5 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. 1st and 10 for the Jays just inside the Hickman 20. Plenty of time left in the half. So Linthicum sets him up and gives to Lavalette. Lavalette drives straight ahead behind his line and picks up 5 yards. Karsten Eastwind is the center for the Jays. Lucas Cooley is the right guard. The left guard is Keyshawn Williams. Right tackle is Ethan Leonard. Left tackle is William Green. Jays, I'm sure, feel they're in 4-down territories. Linthicum will stay out there for Jefferson City. Linthicum to Lavalette. Lavalette trying to bounce outside is brought down for no gain. Cupies with good pursuit to the football.
Number 7 on the carry. Brought down by number 44.
Quentin Brown was in there on the tackle, but it was Jack Busman leading the way, the middle linebacker. Now Wilson will return. As Wilson seems to be all right. Lavalette credited with a yard gain. 3rd and 4. Harris in a slot for the Jays, near side. And a broken play, keeping it Wilson up the middle, and he's still close to 1st down yardage as Wilson is thrown back at the 10-yard line.
Number 11 on a carry, initially hit by number 44, Busman.
Busman was there, but boy, what a surge by that offensive line again for Jefferson City. And he came up just shy of 1st down yardage. 3rd and inches. 4th and inches. Correction, 4th and inches. Cupies with a couple of changes defensively. Busman is a sophomore, the leading tackler for the Cupies, middle linebacker. Brown is a junior. That's Quinton. And Gooch is a junior. Got to stay at home here. What do you call here if you're Eric Thomas in Jefferson City? 4th and inches. Wishbone. Tight formation. They give the ball to Davis going right. Davis has got first down yardage and more. And it's going to be 1st and goal to go for Jefferson City. Tavian Davis, 5'9", 175-pound senior. He's now carried the ball over 50 times this year for over 275 yards.
Number 22, Brown.
Jeff City's been able to find big plays here in this drive, which is set up at the Hickman 34. 1st and goal from the 7. And now the Jays forgot the snap count. It's the right guard, Lucas
Dead
Cool,
ball.
got in a hurry.
False start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Now it's 1st and goal to go from the 12. Penalty number 8 in the game. Actually, in the game for Jefferson City.
Where the Jays will go 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 12. Double shift. The pitch goes to Lavalette, trying to get outside. Lavalette turned back in, and down goes the, well, actually not Lavalette, but that was Broderius Lewis with a carry. Round the left end as Busman wrapped him up.
And a 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
Jefferson City very content here, down 21-14. Wishbone. They give the ball, no keeping Wilson on a swing pass, and in the flat break and a tackle down even towards the goal line. Touchdown Jefferson City. I believe it was Judah Harris with the catch.
Touchdown, Jays.
Catching the run for the TD. It's 21-20. Jackson will try to tie this game. Snaps down, and the kick is on the way, and we are tied. That was a 10-yard touchdown strike for Jefferson City. The Jays have tied it at 21. Who'd you see catch out?
Start your morning with ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Wherever you are, whatever your plans, we've got you covered with the ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track.
Detailed hour-by-hour forecast to prepare you for the day.
By noon, you may want that rain gear.
And when sunshine turns to thunderstorms, we keep you ahead of the storm, tracking its path live on TV, always alerting you to the next big change. That's ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
The Jeff City Jays have battled back. They've tied this game. We're knotted at 21. Jefferson City with an impressive drive of 34 yards, 7 plays, 3 minutes and 36 seconds. They scored actually a pass, 10-yard passes from Alec Wilson to Tavian Davis for a 10-yard touchdown strike here in the second quarter with 4:39 to play. Now the Cupies field the kickoff, and bringing it back for Hickman is Marcus Johnson, and Johnson brings it out to the 25, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Hickman. Well, punch after punch. One team scores, the other one comes right back. But again, the Jeff City Jays took advantage of that short field bend, and Hickman's got to stop giving up yardage. That was a 17-yard kickoff return for Marcus Johnson for the Cupies.
Yeah, an unforced error on that, a kicker with the, hit out of bounds, and that sets them up with perfect field position. And then the Jays just play to their strengths and run the ball down the field. And they have no rush. They just run it down the field. And like you said, 3 minutes and 36 seconds of time of possession. They were not fast about it. They were just getting it down the field with no stress.
Conyers lines up on the left. Bursey takes the snap, gives to Rayner going left. Rayner gang tackled at about the 28-yard line. And this is a hard-hitting football game. And in on that tackle was Tucker Pearson, making his 16th stop of the year, and it's second down.
Bring up a second and
for
seven
the Cupies. Looking at a 2nd and 7. Trips to the right. Tied game at 21. Swing pass off target. That was a badly thrown ball by Bursey, and he pointed at himself. His target was Elijah Tatum. It looked like a sideline screen. And I don't think he took the time to spot which receiver he was throwing to. He just whirled and fired. So now it's 3rd down and 7, and Hickman's put themselves behind the chains here a little bit. Bursey, play action, throws over the middle. That is caught by Conyers for a first down. Case and Conyers on a crossing pattern got just enough yardage for a Hickman first down. 3:56 to play, first half. We featured a Hickman marching band and the dance squad with our halftime entertainment here at Bob Lamone Field. From the 36, Rayner will go left. Rayner looking for a block, is cut down after a 9-yard gain.
Number 16, Rayner.
Making the tackle was Pearson. But Rayner ripped off 9 yards. Cupies, I believe, have all 3 of their timeouts left. We're tied at 21. We were tied at 14 at the end of the first quarter. Now Bursey on the option, pitches to Rayner. Rayner's got first down yardage and more to the 50, breaks a tackle, 45, caught from behind at about the 42-yard line. Again, the option play. Over to make the tackle was Jamison Gerbs. So he made the stop. That interception for Gerbs was his first this year. Jeff City came into this game at a giveaway takeaway -5.
Yeah, like you said, that option has been working really, really well for the Cupies so far, and you just give it to Rajon Rayner with his incredible speed, and he just runs the ball right down the middle.
Bursey behind the center, Cooper Brashear. Case and Conyers lines up to the left, play action. Back to throw the ball is Bursey. He'll keep it, sidestepping a tackler and throwing out of bounds. That
Number 10, Bursey
was into the Cupid bench, a gain of about 3 on the play. Extracurricular activities after the play. But Conyers thought that was a late hit. But no flag has been tossed. When I say Conyers, I'm talking about Justin Conyers. In his first year here at Hickman, he played here for the Cupies, graduating in 1999, played for Greg Nesbitt. Told me a former assistant coach, at one time head coach, Steve Luchin, has been keeping in contact with him, watching the Cupies. Bursey on the keeper. Pops up the middle for a short gain of a couple.
Number 10, Bursey.
Very congested in the middle there.
On by number 87.
Jenkins was in on the play for the Jays. And now a 3rd down conversion for Hickman in this tied game with 2:14 to play. We haven't seen many punts, have we? Jeff City's punted a couple times. Hickman's punted once, I believe. Bursey back to throw. Fires it underneath. It's caught. No, dropped. The pass was low. Bursey's been off his game here tonight a little bit. I just feel like he's rushing himself. Does it appear that way to you?
Yeah, I think earlier on it looked...
Timeout, Columbia Hickman looking at a 4th down and a long 8 from Jefferson City's 40-yard line. And the Cupid coaching staff want to talk it over. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more here at Hickman in a moment.
Stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Perfect!
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Hickman 21, Jefferson City 21. We knew going into this game it was be very competitive, and Ben Drury, it has been.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, it has been going back and forth thus far, tied at 21-21, and they decide to go for it on 4th and 8.
Very surprising. Bursey, play action, slips, now will throw deep. Receiver knocked down, pass goes incomplete, no flags, and the Jays will take over the football at their own 40-yard line. As Holiday was floored at about the 10-yard line, but no flag out of the back from the back judge. And Jeff City's got an opportunity here. Conyers gambled. I was a little curious on what he'd go with. I was not looking for the long ball. Maybe Conyers figured the Jays weren't either. As Jeff City now with 1:47, and I believe they have all 3 of their timeouts left, get the football. 1st and 10, Alex Wilson brings him out. He's got Lavalette to his right, wing to the left. They put Barnes in motion. The ball's fumbled and covered up by Wilson. They were trying to hand it forward to Zach Barnes, the junior, and the ball popped free, but the Jays covered it. You know what I've been impressed with Jeff City is they've been able to overcome adversity in their drives where they've gotten behind the sticks and been able to still pick up first down yardage and keep the drive alive. Wilson will work out of the pistol with Lavalette behind him. Twin receivers right and left. Hickman showing blitz. They give the ball to Lavalette, who slides through a couple arm tackles and fights his way to the 45-yard line.
Number 7 on the carry.
They had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, and Lavalette broke free.
Gain of 9 on the play.
5'8", 183 pounds, Lavalette on a 3rd down conversion for the Jays, a 3rd and 4. And on the keeper, Wilson, and he is met by Jack Busman, the sophomore middle linebacker. And a loss on the play of a couple.
Brought down by number 44, Busman, and number 22.
A loss of a couple, and it's 4th and 4. Will the Jays go for it? With 40 seconds to play in a quarter, Jefferson City wants to talk it over. 21-all. We'll be right back.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
40 seconds remain in the first half. Jefferson City 21, Columbia Hickman 21. In the battle of the rivals here, 4th down and 4, Jays show punt, and now illegal substitution for Jefferson City. It's going to them 5 yards. They apparently either have
illegal substitution, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Both teams hit with the penalty markers. Hundred-year-old Pete Atkins, longtime head coach at Jefferson City. He's got to be scratching his head. Just turned 100 a couple weeks ago. Wilson gets the snap. Here is the punt, high, short punt. And that'll back up and take a Hickman bounce. And it rolls down to about the 45-yard line. And it went off of Busman, the Hickman QP, and the Jays get the football. as Busman lost where the ball was, and he went off his leg, and Jeff City's got the football at the Hickman 46-yard line.
Ball was touched by Hickman.
And that's just not paying attention.
Be a 1st and 10.
29 seconds to play now for the Jays. They still have a couple timeouts left. A short punt, and the Cupies were going to get the ball in good field position, and they touched it. And Jeff City covers it up as Wilson sets him up. He wants to throw, looking deep. He's going deep. He's got a man, and Johnson, he makes the catch, sidesteps the tackler, and scores the touchdown. 46-yard touchdown strike to Kendrick Johnson on the far sideline. He just outmaneuvered the defender. Defending on that play was Elijah Bussey, and the Jays have the lead. It took them 3 seconds for that one-play drive of 46 yards. Couple of major mistakes by the Cupies, and Jeff City now with a 27-21 lead, extra point pending. As Jeff City trying to go into the break with a lead. The snaps back and the kick's on the way, and it's good by Johnson.
Score, Jeff City,
as the Jeff City Jays have a 28-21 lead with 19 seconds to play, and we'll be right back in a moment.
Stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Perfect!
Mizzou Live.
To the 50, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
The Hickman Cupies opened the door, and the Jeff City Jays went right through it. And the Jays now have a 28-21 lead as they score on a one-play drive of 46 yards, took 3 seconds. 46-yard touchdown pass from Wilson to Johnson. Johnson then added the extra point. And Jeff City with
Johnson
the lead with
deep
19
the
seconds to play in the first half.
Number 1 set to kick off for the Jays.
And here is an end-over-end kick. And that ball is fielded by the Cupies. Marcus Johnson trying to get outside, out across the 25 and thrown out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. And Hickman has one play with 11 seconds to play in the half.
Johnson on the return.
Barring a defensive play, defensive penalty. Johnson took that ball right away from another Cupie who was lined up to return. Johnson returned at 16 yards.
After returning the ball, they placed at the 26-yard line.
I made a note before the game that Hickman had to get out of their own way, and they have gotten into their own way a lot here in this first half. And Jeff City has taken full advantage of it. Tatum goes wide to the left for the Cupies. Bursey puts Holiday in motion. Bursey wants to throw. Bursey has time, fires underneath. It's caught by Conyers, who steps out of bounds with 3 seconds left to play at the 48-yard line.
Number 10, Bursey.
Jason Conyers wide open 9, underneath. And now, what do you call here if you're Justin Conyers?
Gain at 21 on the play. Ball be placed at the 47-yard line, which will bring up another Hickman Kippy.
Trips to the left. Looks like Conyers now lines up as the running back. Now that's Bell. Keeping his Bursey. He fires. It is incomplete. It was almost intercepted as it went in and out of the hands of Zach Barnes, but Barnes was hit in flight by a friendly fire. Goes incomplete, and we have played a half. And in one half, the Jefferson City Jays lead the Hickman Cupies by a score of 28-21. And we'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have the halftime entertainment for you. This is the KZOU Game of the Week, presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools.
ABC 17 News is now available on any of these streaming services and devices. ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrunner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Perfect!
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Weekday mornings on ABC 17.
I know what we're doing.
We're getting you ready.
Oh, you're going to know first.
About the breaking news that affects you. What happened overnight right here in mid-Missouri.
And across America. Plus, ABC 17 Storm Track weather to help you plan ahead.
That's how we do mornings.
So you're ready to take on the day.
ABC 17 News this morning.
And Good Morning America.
Right here on ABC 17 KMIZ.
See you weekday mornings.
Back here at Hickman High School, it is halftime as you just enjoyed the Hickman dance squad performing as the marching Cupies now take the field. Here at the intermission, the Jefferson City Jays with a 28-21 lead as the Jeff City Jays took advantage of a couple of miscues late in that first half to take the lead. It's been back and forth. The Cupies jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Jeff City then went up 14-7, and before the end of the first quarter, Hickman battled back to tie it at 14. Then early in the second quarter, the Cupies went up 21-14 before the Jays tied it at 21. And then Jeff City with 3 seconds to play in the 3-second drive, 19 seconds left to play in the half, scored on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Alex Wilson to Kendrick Johnson. And the Jays have built a 28-21 halftime lead as the marching Cupies now appear to be ready for their halftime performance here on senior night at Hickman High School. We'll have some scores from around the CMAC for you after the performance by the marching Hickman Cupies, as we're just seconds away from them starting this performance. Next week, we will be back in action as we will be at Battle High School. It'll be the Rockbridge Bruins and the Battle Spartans playing next week at Battle, and we'll have that for you at 7 o'clock here on KZOU. That's next week. We'll be at Battle High School, where the Spartans are trying to get their first win of the year. They're hosting Sedalia Smith Cotton tonight. Currently, Rockbridge entertaining the Camdenton Lakers as they get the props taken care of here, as the marching Cupies are now prepared for their performance. And we'll take it back down to the field.
Drum majors, Mia Swoop, Alex Munier, Lilia Martin, and Logan Allen. Is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hickman Marching Band as they perform the music from their 2024 program, The Agent.
The Marching Cupies here at Hickman High School, where it is halftime. Cupies trail the Jeff City Jays 28-21. We'll be right back.
1851 Underground Tap and Grill offers historical architecture, great food, and an unforgettable experience.
It's a great place for specialty burgers, and be sure to try the Fire and Ice Chicken.
We love to bring our clients for half-price appetizers. Great food, great location, great service. What more could you want?
Come see for yourself.
Why we say,
Where good friends,
great food,
and excellent service come together.
I'm ABC 17's Jessica Hafner. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a campaign to educate the importance of prevention, early detection, and treatment of this disease. There is hope for winning the battle. Visit the Breast Cancer Awareness section on abc17news.com for information focused on research, treatment, and support in the fight against breast cancer. New content will be featured each weekday throughout October. Fight against breast cancer. Go to abc17news.com today.
Sponsored by MU Healthcare, moving cancer care forward.
Distress from debt can be overwhelming and wreak havoc on your life. Don't go it alone. With DebtBlue Success Guarantee, it doesn't cost anything unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved. So there's absolutely no risk. See for yourself how easy it is to get started with free information. There are no upfront costs.
Let us show you how 10 minutes could save you thousands.
Call today, 800-514-4720. 800-514-4720.
Back here at Hickman High School, the Cupies trail the Jeff City Jays 28-21 at the half. Looking at some of the numbers in the first half, Jeff City 9 first downs, Hickman 13. Jeff City ran the ball 20 times for 114 yards. The Hickman Cupies ran it 18 times for 98 yards. The Jays passed the ball for 66 yards. And Hickman passed the ball for 146 yards. The Jays were 3 of 7 for 2 touchdowns. Total yardage for Jeff City in the first half, 180 yards. The Hickman Cupies are 9 of 16 passing for 244 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hickman also threw an interception. Total yardage again for Hickman was 244. Jefferson City 180 yards. Penalties, Jays 9 penalties, 60 yards. Hickman 6 penalties for 61 yards. Fumbles, Jays fumbled it once but retained the ball. Hickman fumbled it once and they lost the football. The Jays punted twice for an average of 12.5 yards per punt. Hickman punted one time for 42 yards. Kick returned, 3 kick returns for the Jays for an average of 21 yards. Hickman had 5 kickoff returns for an average of 15 yards. Time of possession, Hickman 12 minutes 40 seconds. Jefferson City 11 minutes and 20 seconds. Lavalette had 7 carries for 59 yards. Wilson 6 rushes for 33 yards. Davis a rush for 3 yards, and Barnes 1 rush for 2. Rayner carried the ball 6 times for Hickman for 38 yards. Bell 4 times for 14. Bursey had 7 carries for 25 yards. Bursey was 9 of 16 for 146 yards with 2 touchdown passes and 1 interception. Wilson was 3 of 7 for 66 yards, no interceptions, and 2 TD passes. Laurie did not make a catch for the Jays. Johnson had 2 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown. Davis had a catch for 10 yards and a touchdown. Camp, 3 catches, 94 yards and a touchdown. Holiday, 2 catches for 20 yards. Conyers, 3 catches for 34. Tatum made a catch, and it was a -2 result. That is a look at the statistics here at the half. And I might add, Ben Drury, I'm not surprised. I thought that Hickman was able to kind of dominate play on field, but the mistakes have killed him.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you have that series to end the half where the ball just hits one of the Hickman players off of a punt, and then Jefferson City throws a deep ball and gets an easy touchdown. Those are the plays you cannot have to have a chance to win this game. And on both sides of the balls, unforced errors, getting penalties that have changed field position and, you know, just the field of play.
Taking a look at the scoreboard in the CMAC, Elias leads Capital City 20-0 late in the second quarter. Camdenton and Rockbridge hooked up in a good one, and the Bruins have a 21-14 lead. And also in the first at halftime. Borgia leads Father Tolton 17-7. Smith Cotton leads Battle 10-6 at the half. We'll be back with the second half of this one in a moment.
The lights.
The field.
The fans. Nothing compares to ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday.
Your home for high school football.
From the tackles to the touchdowns, we're giving you all the highlights.
Complete coverage of your favorite mid-Missouri teams all in one spot. Catch ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday.
Only on ABC 17 News at 10 on KMIZ.
ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday is sponsored by Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Perfect!
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Don't mistake Nanos for cheap amplifiers. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids, which means no more having to go to a doctor and spend thousands. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Order right now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Stay ahead of Mid-Missouri's changing weather with the ABC 17 Storm Track weather app. Rain or shine, you'll be the first to know. Download the free app today.
We get set for the second half kickoff. The Jeff City Jays will get the football to start the second half. A couple of other scores to pass on to you. South Callaway leads Harrisburg 24-14 at the half. Osage leads Hallsville 35-0 second quarter. Southern Boone has just scored, and they've taken a 16-15 lead as they host Eldon tonight. Mexico and Fulton are tied at 7. Kirksville 9, Hannibal 0. As Greg Nesbitt's Kirksville Tigers trying to pull off a big upset there. It is Booneville leading California 14-0. Moberly leads Marshall 21-0. North Callaway leads Louisiana 22-6. As 2 is set to kick it off. Johnson is set to receive. Onside kick. Hickman says they have the football to open up this second half, and they do. As the Cupies came out with a little trickery and the onside kick, and they have it to open up the second half. Were you looking for that, Ben Drury?
No, not by any means. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever, and that's a perfect way. You know, they just scored. You're trying to even up the score, and they just got it back real quick. And as I said, hopefully they can go back and tie the game back up.
Cupies bring out the offensive unit as Braden Bursey will run the offense. Looks like they'll open up with Rayner to his left in that backfield. Receivers to the left and the right. As Brock Camp is wide left. Slot to the right. Wing right. They give to Rayner going right. Rayner catches a block and fights his way out to about the 37-yard line, close to a first down, depending upon the spot. You know, every time they sweep Rayner, it seems like he picks up 9 yards.
Yeah, he's a very explosive player. He just gets that past that line, and he just accelerates and gets a lot of yards.
Now Rayner lines up in the, that was offside, but no flag. As it's second and about a half a yard. As Rayner now has moved to the right. Conyers on a wing. They give to, keeping Bursey up the middle, and Bursey down to about the 31-yard line on the option. And Hickman's got a first down.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Cupies led 7-0. The game was tied at 7, and then Jeff City went up 14-7. Tied at 14 at the end of the first quarter. We're just underway in the third. As Bursey takes the snap and a flag flies, and this may be a delay of game. No procedure penalty. And Hickman.
Snap infraction. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
In inflicts another 5-yard penalty to themselves as the QP center called for a snap infraction.
6-yard line where the QPs will have 1st and 15.
Bursey sets Rayner, a sophomore, up behind him. Bursey on the option, pitches to Rayner, who catches the football, turns the corner, and Rayner is
number 16, Rayner,
brought down at the 30-yard line. And extracurricular activity again on the Hickman sideline, but no flag.
We have a 2nd and 9 from the 30-yard line for the QPs.
As the QPs pick up 6 yards on that play. Rayner was tied up with Corday Nickerson. Trips right. Bursey swings it in the flat with the catch. Holiday sidesteps the tackler. Holiday across the 20, down to about the 18-yard line, and he's got a Hickman first down. Holiday had some nice lead blocking out in front of him, some of it from Elijah Tatum.
On the 18-yard line, which will bring up another Hickman.
That was a 12-yard gain. And the QPs are on the march here, trying to tie this game. Tatum will go right to the right, along with Holiday. Flanker to the left, and Conyers wide left is Camp. Bursey wants to throw, flushed out of the pocket, sidesteps a tackler, throws it over the middle, caught for a touchdown by Camp, and a flag comes down. Camp had a defender draped across his back, but Camp was able to box him off the ball and haul it in as Camp took it away from Nickerson. Let's make sure the flag is against Nickerson and not Camp. It's pass interference against the defense, and the Hickman QPs will.
Pass interference, defense. Touchdown's good. Penalty be enforced on the kickoff.
That was an 18-yard TD strike from Bursey to Camp, as Camp used that big frame to get position.
Yeah, that was a great catch, falling on his back, catching it with one hand.
Now the extra point attempt. It's on the way, and it just crossed the crossbar. We're tied at 28. An opening drive here to start the second half for Hickman. First, the onside kick to set up the drive for the QPs as they move the football. 47 yards in the drive, 5 plays in 1 minute and 42 seconds. And 2's extra point ties the game at 28. We'll be right back.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
Hickman 28, Jefferson City 28 as the Hickman QPs with an impressive 47-yard drive, 5 plays, 1 minute 42 seconds. What'd you think of that, Ben?
Yeah, that's definitely exactly how you want to open up the half. After some miscues late in the first half, they just come back in and they score a touchdown off 5 plays to their key player, Brock Camp, and they excel at what they excel at most, and that's the pass game.
What's going to win this football game is who steps up here and plays defense. That's what's going to win this game. As 2 is set to kick it off. Johnson goes deep for Jefferson City. We're knotted at 28 with a half to play pretty much. Camp now over 100 yards in receptions in this game. 2 touchdown catches. Brock Kemp now with 12 touchdown receptions this season. This is game number 6. Another onside kick. And that is fumbled and goes out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. The QPs couldn't get on top of it. In pursuit of that football was Elijah Bussey, and he just could not get there as it went out of bounds. Now, if somebody touched this ball, it'll be set up where it went out of bounds. If no one touched the football, Then it's...
We have first touching by the receiving team. The ball went out of bounds. Take it to the spot of the out of bounds.
So the Jays will get the ball at the 24-yard line. So Jeff City did touch the football but couldn't control it. And now the Jays bring their offense up. See what kind of adjustments Jeff City has made. Camp actually with 112 yards in reception, 112 receiving yards in this game with the 2 TDs at this point. Alex Wilson, dual threat quarterback, lines them up in the pistol. They stack twin receivers to the right and left. Wilson gives to Lavalette. Lavalette behind the line, gouges out a yard.
Number 7 on the carry. Initially hit by number 22, Brown.
Leading the way for the Cupies was Quentin Brown with the stop.
Gain of 1 on the play. Bring up second
Brown,
from the
Busman, and Gooch are the linebackers. Secondary, Akers, Collins, Larkins, and Bussey. Caleb Richardson's playing at defensive end tonight. Wilson has time, throws over the middle, it's incomplete. He was trying to lead Lavalette, and he was guarded tightly by Brown.
Number 7.
Brown stands 6'1", Lavalette only at 5'8".
3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9 for Jefferson City. Jays send Nicholas Tanner Wingrath wide to the left, slot left. Wilson has the snap rolling to his left, wants to go deep. This pass is incomplete, and it was broken up by Kerryon Larkins, who found the ball, and the offensive player had to turn into a defensive player to break that up, or it would have been an interception.
Yeah, they definitely, Hickman did a great job locking up that in secondary defense, and like it, Alec Wilson with a miscue throw over the middle that has happened a couple times tonight, and Hickman has done a great job covering the secondary over the middle.
Jason Scott goes deep for the Cupies. Wilson in punt formation gets good snap, and he shanks another one. This one goes out of bounds at like the 38-yard line, maybe even before then, 35. A couple of Cupies got tangled up, and slow to get up is Quentin Brown. He may have taken a shot to the hip, but Hickman gets the ball in great field position here in a tie game at 28. But great defensive stop there for Hickman. Jeff City's offense coming into this game has been averaging 22 points. They already got 28 on the board. They have found the sledding a little easier here, at least in the first half, for their offense against the Cupies.
Yeah, like you said, the team who's going to win is going to be the team who can step up and stop what the other team is good at. And I think Jefferson City's run game is doing really, really well right now. But on that possession, Hickman did a really good job of stopping Jefferson City.
Back to throw, Bursey fires over the middle. It's caught by Conyers in traffic, and he makes the catch at the 17-yard line as Conyers, with a good hands, has Hickman on the march once again. That was an 18-yard strike over the middle to Conyers, the sophomore, son of the coach. Bursey threw a seed in there. 1st and 10. Trips now line up and bunch up to the right. Bursey on the keeper, breaks a tackle. Bursey to the 10. Bursey brought down at the 8-yard line. And in his wake, a slew of Jeff City Jays, all slow to get up. And the Cupies looking at a 2nd down and 1, as Bursey's run was just shy of first down yardage. Again, a bunch to the right. As far as receivers go, Bursey will go left. He's got a 1st down inside the 5. Touchdown, Hickman. And the Cupies have regained the lead. A 9-yard TD run by the sophomore quarterback, Braden Bursey. As Bursey scores, and the Cupies lead it 34-28. Last week, Hickman had their best offensive production of the year with 44 points. May take that many to win here tonight, as 2 is going to try to add the extra point. The Hickman defense set up the offense, and the offense with the compliment as they punch it in the end zone. And the kick by 2 is high enough and long enough. And Hickman has a 35-28 lead as 2 drives that one through. And 2 has been on the money here in this game. 2 is 5 of 5 tonight on the year. 2 is 13 of 14 in the extra point department. Pretty impressive as well. 35-28 Cupies. We'll be back in a moment.
Media timeout.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrunner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-621-4785 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-621-4785 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. Order now.
Hickman 35, Jefferson City 28. Cupie set to kick it off as we are midway through this third quarter in this seesaw affair. Hickman trying to snap a 12-game losing streak to Jefferson City. And here is 2's again onside kick. That's loose in the air. They scramble for the loose ball. And 2 said that the Hickman Cupies have it, and he's right. They did it again. Keeping it away from Kedrick Johnson. The Hickman Cupies have the football. 3 kickoffs to start the second half. 3 onside kicks. 1 went out of bounds but touched by Jeff City. The Cupies have recovered the other 2.
Yeah, these onside kicks are working. They're keeping that momentum coming, and hopefully they can use that momentum to go up 2 scores right now and work to continue to stop Jefferson City.
The last drive for the Cupies, 35 yards, 3 plays, took just 44 seconds. Braden Bursey on a 9-yard TD run to cap the drive. Conyers had a big catch in that drive. 1st and 10, Hickman at the Jays 46. Rayner in the backfield. Bursey pumps once, now goes deep, and he's got Holiday, and the pass just a little underthrown. As Holiday was defended in that secondary by Zach Burns.
Bursey's pass falls incomplete. Intended for number 1, Holiday.
Second down and 10. Bursey had just a little more arm. He's throwing a little bit of a breeze out of the east here tonight at Hickman. 2nd and 10. They give to Rayner, coming near side looking for a block. Rayner gets to the edge and stands up a would-be tackler, and now Rayner brought down, and flags come raining in.
Number 16, Rayner on a carry.
This could be a multiple penalties here. Holding is what comes to mind. The other one is a face mask. Maybe a couple penalties. Personal foul, face mask against the defense.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, results in a first down.
Once again, those unforced errors coming to bite Jefferson City a bit more now.
1st and 10 for the Cupies. Unnecessary mistakes by the Jays. They had him stood up.
Line where the Cupies will start 1st and 10.
What Hickman's had, they've been guilty of enough of their own. 1st and 10 from the Jays 28. Here's the option. Rayner gets the call. Rayner dodges a tackler and gets it across the 25 down about the 28-yard line. Rayner's only a sophomore, and he's still learning his trade.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Those options are really working for Hickman, whether it's pitching it over to Rayner or just Bursey keeping it to himself. They're really working right now.
2nd down. Cupies with a 35-28 lead on the move. They give to, Bursey keeps lunging forward for extra yardage. That gets to be a dangerous move. It's going to be 3rd down. And about 3 for the Cupies. That was an interesting call there on 2nd and 4. Hickman probably feels they're in 4-down territory. They send Tatum wide right, along with Conyers and Holiday. Camp comes to the left. Tied in to the left for the Cubes. Rather, 3 receivers right, 1 left. And here's the option again. Rayner looking for a block. Rayner has a first down, brought down at about the 16-yard line. As the safety.
Gain of 5 on the play.
DK Drick Butler made the stop. Butler, 6'1", 162-pound senior. I'll say this, Jeff City's going to hit you. The Jays pack a punch defensively, but the Cupies now at the J 16-yard line with a 1st and 10. Bursey wanted encroachment by the Jays, didn't get the call. Bursey on the keeper, right up the middle to the 10, to the 5, and brought down just inside the 5-yard line. And he has got a 1st and goal to go for the Cupies as Bursey shot right up the middle. A nice gain on the play of 5 yards.
On the 5-yard line, which will be 1st and goal for the Cupies.
They spotted him at the goal, at the 5. Now the Cupies in an I formation. Bursey under center, play action. He's flushed out of the pocket, hit from behind, and this should be an incompleted pass as the ball came free, and our referee indicates that that was incomplete. Tim Lukanoff put up 2nd down, but the Cubes lose 4 yards on the play. They were in the I formation and then wanted to throw the ball. Bursey's footing gave way.
Loss of 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Well, the ball is spotted at the 9. Well, you don't want to squander this opportunity. Now under center, Bursey. Twin running backs. Bursey pitches the ball to Rayner, who's hit behind the line. Rayner spins his way back down to about the 8 for a gain of 1. And boy, Hickman's struggling here with this formation as Bursey and another Cupie collided. Hickman had the big back in there, their linebacker.
Bring up 3rd and goal
and Jack
from
Busman.
The 8-yard line.
There's more work to do with that under center I formation. Bursey throws against his body to Conyers. Conyers fights his way down to about the 1-yard line. And Conyers was dodging defenders all the way down to the 1, but a gain of 8. Now I guess you try to drive it in there.
Gain of 7 on the play. Ball be placed
Ball
on the
right
1 yard
at the
line.
1.
4th and goal for the Cupies.
4th and goal to go from the 1 yard line. Bursey out of the gun. He keeps, goes forward, dives forward, and reached out, tried to throw the ball across the goal line, and he didn't get a sign. I think the Jays have stopped him. As Jeff City was there, Bursey tried to sneak it through up the middle out of the gun. Bursey thought he got the ball on the goal line, but he did not. And the ball will be spotted inside the 1. And the Cupies come up empty, and that is a momentum swing for Jefferson City. That ball spotted just inside the 1 yard line.
Jefferson City definitely can't fall asleep because, like you said, it's just at the 1 yard line, and Hickman's at any second could get him for a safety if they're not careful, or any unforced errors like we talked about a little bit earlier on.
Justin Conyers has got to be disappointed in his club, but you can't feel sorry for yourself. With 4:12 to play in the third quarter, you got to play defense here, and the Jays have to get it out of there. They set up in the bone, tight formation, and the quarterback will keep. And just as the ball was snapped, the flag flew, and the Jays called for a delay of game, and that'll cost them about the length of the football.
Dead ball.
Are we setting
Delay
up a
game.
safety here?
Offense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
The Jays let the play clock expire. 35-28, Hickman with the lead. Jeff City again in the bone. And again, they keep it tight, close to the vest, up the middle, and maybe they got 1 yard, maybe a little more. That will make it second down and about 10. You know, everybody's bunched up there, and one mistake and somebody gets free. There's a lot of green turf to cover. Jays again in the bone. And this time the Jays go to the left halfback. I believe that was Lewis. Lewis gained maybe one going left.
23.
Making the stop was Larkins for Hickman. It's third down. Long 9, maybe 10. The big nose guard for the Cupies, trying to push his way in there, is Carson Willever. And a surge forward, but not much as Wilson. Well, with the carry was Davis, and he was brought down for a loss, and it's fourth down on about 11.
Bring it fourth down.
And the Jays will have to punt it out of there with their backs against the back of the end zone. And Hickman will send Jason Scott deep to return this punt of Alex Wilson. Hickman will come after Wilson here. As he takes the snap, here is the kick. And it is fielded by Scott at the 32, looking for a block. Scott gets to the edge. Scott drives his way down to about the 21-yard line.
On the return.
And the Cupies will have the football with a short field. As Scott and a couple of Jays were locked up over there, and there might have been a face mask involved in that tackle. No, blindside block is the initial indication against Hickman on the return. I did not see it. Blindside block / block a defenseless player.
Personal foul. Blindside block. Receiving team. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
So Hickman, who had the ball inside the 25, now will have to operate at about the 37. And again, the Cupies getting in their own way.
37-yard line, where the Cupies will start first and 10.
35-28, Hickman with the lead. They trailed at the half, 28-21. Trips line up to the left for the Cupies in a bunch formation. Bursey will pitch it to Rayner, looking for some blockers. Rayner hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down as a flag flies late. And this is confrontation in the secondary as Holiday was locked up with Vincent Murphy after the play. No gain on the play. And who will be penalized here? Unsportsmanlike conduct against Jefferson City. So Murphy with the penalty, we assume. And with 2:06 to play in the quarter, that'll be a 15-yarder, and Hickman will be looking at a 1st and 10.
Dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, 15-yard penalty, results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 for the Cupies at the J22-yard line. It's important for Hickman to punch this thing in.
Yeah, definitely, especially with 7-point lead in a game that has been going back and forth. A 2-score lead could do you miles, especially if they can continue to stop Jefferson City.
Kemp wide to the right, Tatum to the left. Bursey on the option. Will pitch the ball back to Rayner. Rayner sidesteps a tackler to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Rayner with a run of 22 yards around the right end, but hold everything. Holding has been called against Hickman. And it's coming back. As the Cupies continue to make it difficult for themselves.
Holding. Offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, 1st down.
We'll give you 15 if you give us 10 back. It's kind of like negotiating a deal.
After the penalty, the ball will be placed at the 28-yard line, or it'll be 1st and 16 for the Cupies.
Now that 10-yard penalty was marked off from the point of infraction. So it's 1st and about 16. Tatum to the right. On a wing to the right. Conyers. Bursey throws it to Kemp. He gets a block to the 20. One man to beat to the 15 and down to the 10-yard line. That should be good for a 1st down, and I see no flags down on the field. It's probably going to be 1st and goal to go. I think they got him down just outside the 10. So it looks like it's 1st and goal to go, though, as they won't set the chains on the far sideline. Hickman going out of huddle. Bursey on the option, keeps. Bursey cuts his way to the 5, drops his shoulders and drives backwards down to about the 3-yard line.
Gain of 7 on the play.
And it'll be 2nd and goal to go. Where's he at? The 3 or the 2?
Ball be placed at the 3-yard line to bring him 2nd and goal for the Cupies.
This whole entire 3rd quarter's been played on the east end of this football field. And Hickman has scored twice. And driving again. Ball's placed almost out at the 4. Bursey on the keeper. Up the middle. Dives. Touchdown. Columbia Hickman. 4-yard run for Braden Bursey.
Yeah, he just took that ball straight down the middle, read the defense, and which has worked very well for Hickman, as I said a little bit earlier. Like that called back touchdown to Rajon Rayner, which was also an option. And Bursey is just becoming more comfortable in the pocket and is able to decide, should I run it or not?
Extra points good. And the Cupies have a 42-28 lead against Jefferson City. As Hickman now has scored 3 times here in the 3rd quarter. Down to 43 seconds to play in the quarter. Braden Bursey with a 4-yard touchdown run. He had a 9-yard touchdown run to give Hickman the lead. Cupies again working with that short field after the onside kick. Just 4 plays. They covered 37 yards. A minute 34 off the clock. 2 extra points good. And it's 42-28. We'll be back in a moment.
Start your morning with ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Wherever you are, whatever your plans, we've got you covered with the ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track.
Detailed hour-by-hour forecast to prepare you for the day.
By noon, you may want that rain gear.
And when sunshine turns to thunderstorms, we keep you ahead of the storm, tracking its path live on TV, always alerting you to the next big change. That's ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Hickman Koopies now with a 42-28 lead here against their arch rival, the Jefferson City Jays. 37-yard drive, 4 plays, took a minute 34 seconds. Seemed like there were more than 4 plays in that drive, but another onside kick, and this one is grabbed at the 10-yard marker, and I think he might have got it a little bit before midfield, as it was the kicker that grabbed it. And that's going to be illegal touching. They're going to mark him grabbing it at the 49 of Hickman. So this one's going to go to Jeff City, and they're going to have it at Great.
There's no flag on the play. First touching by the kicking team before it went 10 yards. White ball.
So the Jays take over the football at the Hickman 49. So the onside kick backfired here.
Yeah, it did. They've done it 4 times now, 2 working for them, 2 not. They didn't get the ball back. But I think that the importance of them going down and scoring 3 times and Jefferson City scoring 0, obviously they're leading the game right now, but they have all the momentum in the world right now, and definitely this drive could determine the result of the game, I would say.
Jays give the ball to Lavalette out to the Hickman 45-yard line. 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Jeff City, no panic, down just 2 scores. The Jays bring in Tavian Davis. Also for the Jays, Vincent Murphy splits wide to the right. To the left for the Jays, Kendrick Johnson. Alex Wilson has Lavalette behind him. Wilson gives to Lavalette, and he got it maybe 1 yard, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter, which was dominated by Columbia Hickman.
Number 7 on the field.
After 3 quarters of play, Hickman 42, Jefferson City 28.
On the play.
We'll have more in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
28.
If you want to do this, then you need a Ram. And if you want a Ram, then you need to go to Jim Butler, Mid-Missouri's Ram powerhouse. Jim Butler sells more new Rams than any other dealer in the region, meaning you'll get the biggest selection and the best price on the latest Ram models. Plus, a great buying experience from a team that loves Rams as much as you do. So, if you want to do this, then you gotta do this. Come see why we're worth the drive during the Ram Power Days event.
Jim Butler is the Ram powerhouse. I'm here at Algier Salvage in Millersburg with George Algier. George, what services do you offer here?
Well, we buy scrap cars, we buy aluminum, copper, white goods, any kind of heavy iron, pretty much anything to do with recycling in the way of metals. We handle all of that. Bring your cars to us, or we can go and we can bid on them and come and get them, and we always haul them free.
From Algier Salvage in Millersburg.
Come see us.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect. Perfect.
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Hey family, for a new season of sharing, we're trying out new entrances. This might be a bit much, but he can stay. Can we get those men back to help me? Let's just keep it simple. This fall, it's a new season. Get ready.
Sherry, weekday mornings at 10 on Fox 22. Help the Assistance League serve women and children in mid-Missouri at ALMM.org. You're watching My Zoo TV, part of the networks of Mid-Missouri.
To the fourth quarter we go here at Hickman High School. This is the Game of the Week presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools. Thanks to our producer, engineer John Hook, our director Cooper Bryant, chief engineer Eric Jones, and GM Curtis Barnes. As the Jays look at a 3rd down and 6 from the Hickman 45. Back to throw Wilson. Wilson gets it out of there, and he's got a receiver, but it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Lavalette as the Cupies brought the heat, and Wilson had to unload prematurely. I'd like to also thank our camera operators tonight, Hannah Anderson and Rebecca Stamrose, as they help bring you the game. And also thanks to Ben Drury, who's doing color here tonight, a sophomore here at Hickman High School. 4th down and 6 for the Jays, and they appear to be going for it. As Lavalette and Wilson are in the backfield. Moberly beat Marshall tonight, by the way, 42-8. And North Callaway a winner over Louisiana, 38-14. Back to throw. Wilson has time. Wilson fires underneath. It's incomplete as the Cupies had good coverage on the play, as Jalen Ramos was there after it had been touched a couple of times and had a chance but couldn't haul it in. And Hickman's defense holds.
Yeah, a great defensive stop, just keeping them right at center field. And obviously the goal is to go down and score, try and go up 21 and keep this momentum rolling, because this is a very momentum-driven team, and they're hot right now.
Salisbury beat Marceline tonight 34-8. Tipton shut out Fayette 26-0. And Sullivan beat Herman 20-12. A couple of scores for Mid-Missouri. Here's the reverse option. They pitched the ball to Holiday going left. Holiday steps out of bounds, and then he was hit late.
Flag on the play.
As Holiday took that pitch on a reverse. And let's see what the flag is about. But Holiday was hit well beyond the sideline.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot. Replay 1st down.
If that doesn't count, it's the holding penalty that'll bring the ball back. That's from the spot. The hold was approximately where Holiday went out of bounds. So it is 1st and 12. You don't have to talk too much about it, but Carter Holiday was a quarterback for this Hickman team most of the last season and the year before. He's made the move to a wideout position, and he's really adjusted well to it as Bell jets up the middle. And Blake Bell has a Hickman 1st down, bringing it down to about the 40-yard line.
Gain of 17 on the play.
And it's 1st and 10 for the Cupies. Blake Bell started this game at the running back spot, and he looked fresh on that carry. Camp wide left. Bercy on the option. And they fumble the pitch, and it's picked up. And with the pickup is Jemerson Gerbs, and the Jays have the football. Boy, just when you thought Hickman was on their way to maybe putting this one away, they cough it up as the Cupies mishandle the pitch on the option. And Jeff City gets the ball at the Hickman 46-yard line.
Ball be placed on the 46-yard line where the Jays will start 1st and 10.
Hickman now in that secondary has got Jason Scott playing. As Wilson wants to throw, he's going deep, and it is incomplete. As Johnson was trying to beat his man.
Number 11's pass falls incomplete.
And actually the intended receiver is Vincent Murphy, far sideline.
21.
Scott broke that play up. Scott playing in the left corner area. Wide now for the Jays is Murphy to the right. 3 receivers to the left. Hickman showing pressure. And Wilson's pass is complete to Harris in a flat, but Harris is buried. Nice open field stick Making the stop for the Cupies was Curian Larkins.
Completed to number 0. Brought down by Larkin.
Judah Harris, 4 catches on the year. But he's been pretty quiet in this game. Elias beat Capital City tonight 33-0 after losing to Rockbridge last week. So they're okay. Wilson rolling to his right. Wilson fires underneath. It's incomplete. Johnson, I think, was the intended receiver, but he missed him. Cupies had pretty good coverage over there, including the linebacker, Jack Busman. Next week, it'll be the battle of the teams in purple and gold as Hickman will travel to Camden to take on the Lakers. Jefferson City next week's got a crosstown rival, Elias. That'll be at Atkins Stadium. 4th down. Jays go for it with 10:31 to play in the 4th. Wilson wants to throw. Wilson in trouble. Wilson hit. Wilson breaks a tackle. Wilson goes down. Nothing but purple jerseys in there. As the Cupies brought the heat, they're going to call Wilson down at about the Hickman 39-yard line where the Cupies take over the football. A 15-yard loss on the play. It was a jailbreak.
Yeah, the momentum's rolling right now for Hickman. Like I said, they're hot right now. And, yeah, that was a great sack. Just swallowed him up. Couple guys. Just, yeah, great defense.
A couple other people we'd like to thank. The District Athletic Director, David Egan. Director of Marketing, Sheila Kosler. And from the Career Center, Joe Whitman. You work with Joe, right? Mm-hmm. He's your instructor. 1st and 10. Here's an inside handoff to Holiday. This will go down probably as a forward pass as Holiday gets it inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line for a gain of 5 or 6.
Gain of 5 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 5 from the 34-yard line for the QBs.
Like to also thank Jennifer Kane, the athletic director here at Hickman High School, for all of their assistance. You know, this operation starts early in the day to get set up for this telecast. Every Friday, and John Hook runs the show. I heard he even buys lunch if you're here early enough. Our producer engineer. Bursey with a long snap count. He takes this snap and he gives it to Rayner coming right. Rayner forced out of bounds at about the 27-yard line, and he's close to 1st down yardage. And as things continue to progress here for the Cupies, as the Jays look a little gassed at this point,
which will bring up another Hickman Cupies.
The enemy really has become the clock for the Cupies. Hickman trying to win their 3rd in a row for the first time since 2012. Trying to get back to the 500 mark after dropping the first 3 games. Bursey on the keeper with a great read inside the 25 down to about the 20.
10, Bursey on the keeper.
As the South on the play. Bursey picks up 6 more yards. You know, Braden Bursey, 5'9", 170 pounds. That's a little guy.
Yeah, and he just commands that offense. He stays in the pocket, or he's great on the run, and he's not afraid to take it himself, take a hit, or throw it deep down the field.
Slot to the left. Camp wide right. They give the ball to Rayner. Wide open running space to the left as he gets inside the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. And Hickman is moving. 42-28 Cupies. And they're trying to take it to the Jaybirds.
Ball be placed on the 9-yard line where the Cupies will have 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 9. Last year, Jefferson City with a great run, going 9-5 all the way to the semifinals of Class 4 before losing to Kearney. Kearney then went on to win the title. In 22, the Jays were 6-5. Rayner gets the call. He barrels his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That was a 9-yard run, and this Jays defense looks battered. They look tired, don't they, Ben?
Yeah, they do. They've had constant switching back and forth, exchanging blows of tying up, and the game was tied up for a while, but they've been on the field for a lot, and yeah, it's showing now that Hickman takes a 20-point lead.
The extra point attempt by 2. Holiday doing the holding. This kick is on the way, and he knocks it through, and it is 49-28 Cupies. As the Hickman Cupies, with an impressive drive there, takes control of this game. We'll be back with more in a moment.
We have a lot to cover tonight.
Some huge news.
Breaking news.
They have the road closed off.
A very large scene. What happened here tonight?
Something that we will be keeping an eye on and reporting on all night for you. Keeping a close eye on storms tonight.
Our ABC 17 Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Jessica Hafner. Here's what I'm tracking.
Take a look at this video.
We will continue to keep you updated.
We came to South Dakota to get the story.
At AT&T Stadium, Columbia,
Randolph County.
Live in Jefferson City.
This is ABC 17 News at 10.
At Jim Butler, we know Jeep drivers give a duck. That's why we give a duck about offering the lowest new Jeep prices. We give a duck about having the biggest Jeep selection for miles. We give a duck about making your Jeep buying experience as excellent as possible. And we'll actually give you a duck to prove it. Start your Jeep ducking adventure online or come see why our new Jeep showroom in Centralia is worth the drive during Jeep Adventure Days. Because
Jim Butler is the Jeep powerhouse.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrunner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
Number 1 back deep for the Jays to receive.
Hickman Cupies with a 5-play, 61-yard drive, scoring on a Rayner 9-yard touchdown run. Extra point by 2 makes it 49-28 Hickman. Last time the Cupies scored 49 points was in 2021, and here is Tu's kick. As he angles it down the sideline and goes out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. They are definitely kicking away from Johnson. His 2 booted that one deep, but couldn't get it to turn right as it took a hop to the, couldn't get it to turn left, took a hop to the right.
Yeah, and they have a perfect reason to kick it away from him.
Free kick infraction, kicking team, first down, 35.
Last week against Capital City, their only touchdown was a 99-yard receiving touchdown from Johnson. So, yeah, they have every reason to kick away from him.
On the 35-yard line where the Jays will
7 minutes, 58 seconds left to play in this game. A lot can happen. In 2012, last time Hickman beat Jeff City, it was a 14-9 Hickman victory. Low-scoring affair.
For your ride. If you're in need of a ride home, please pick up that phone and call your ride.
1st and 10 for the Jaybirds. Alex Wilson sets him up with Lavalette behind him, trips to the right. Lavalette gets the call. Lavalette stays on his feet and spins down to about the 39-yard line before he's brought down.
Brought down by number 44, Busman.
Busman in to finish things off for the Cupies. Busman came into this game with 34 tackles. He's added another 7 or 8 tonight. 2nd down 6 for Jeff City. Clock unwinds. Here in the 4th quarter. This handoff to Lavalette. Nowhere to run up the middle. In there to lead the way for Hickman was Levi Harrell. Harrell is really at the... He's one of the front men for the Cupie defense. He's one of the seniors. Hickman makes a substitution defensively as Carson Willever checks into the lineup, and we got a timeout called here at Hickman High School, where the Cupies lead it 49-28. We'll be back.
Stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect. Perfect.
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Six minutes, 57 seconds to play in this one. Hickman with a 49-28 lead. Back to throw Wilson. Pass incomplete, far flat. Good coverage. Cupie's tried, or rather the Jays tried to complete that pass to Vincent Murphy.
21,
Scott, who did not start in that secondary, had some big plays in this game.
Bring up a 4th and 4 for the Jays.
Jeff City looking at another fourth down. This second half's been totally dominated by Hickman. And next week they go to Camdenton and they'll have to defend that passing attack of the Lakers. Harris in motion left to right for Jeff City. Back to throw Wilson on fourth down, going deep. Johnson's a receiver and he hauls it in. And Scott rather making the tackle was Curry and Larkins. But the Jays are out of the hole. They're deep in Hickman territory at the 20-yard line with 6:46 to play. The Jays now with a sense of urgency. They'll be ready to go once the chains are set.
Gain of 39 on the play. Ball be placed at the 20-yard line.
Wilson kind of just throws it up there, and those receivers run underneath it. And the Hickman secondary's got to start picking up on that. Back to throw Wilson. Wilson sidesteps a tackler, looking for a block, holding at the line, no flag. And Wilson gets inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line before Busman makes the tackle.
Gain of 6 on the
Illegal procedure? Wait a minute now.
Second and 4
No, they're actually. There is a flag down. There is a flag down.
Illegal formation, offense, 5 in the backfield, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
That was on the next play. Hickman, rather Jeff City in a hurry, lined up illegally and they had flagged. So it is 1st and 15 now from the Hickman 25.
After the penalty, the ball be placed on the 25-yard line.
Daydreaming back to the previous play. Wilson fumbles the snap, gets it under control, going deep to Murphy. It's incomplete. As Murphy had a couple of steps on Elijah Bussey.
Attended for number 3.
Bussey was defending. It'll be 2nd and 15. The Hickman defense coming into this game giving up 42.4 points a game. Giving up 123.8 passing, 193.8 rushing. Trips right. Wilson with time. Wilson rolling to his right. Wilson will keep it, turns upfield, has a first down, and then is forced out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, but a penalty marker is down. And this penalty is going against Jeff City. Hickman trying to beat the Jays for the 54th time. Battle number 121.
Illegal block in the back, offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot, replay second down.
Ben, look where that penalty was stepped off from. He had first down yardage, and then the penalty. That's really hurting your team.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like the penalties have shifted from Hickman had a lot in the first half, and now it's kind of switching over to Jefferson City, and it's plagued them so far.
Clock unwinds, 2nd down and 8 from the 18, and now encroachment on Hickman. They give him 5 more yards.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
after the penalty, bring up a 2nd and 3 from the 13-yard line for the Jays.
Play action. Wilson wants to throw the end zone. He's got a receiver wide open, and Murphy for the touchdown.
Number 11's pass complete to number 3.
13-yard touchdown pass for the touchdown as Wilson completes it to Murphy. And the Jays are on the board here in the second half, 49-34. Now the extra point attempt. Still a lot of time left in this game, 5:17. This kick is on the way, and it's good.
Extra point.
49-35.
Good. Brings your score.
As Johnson kicks it through. We'll be back with more here at Hickman High School in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
Jefferson City taking advantage as the Jays move the ball 65 yards, 7 plays, 2 minutes, 35 seconds, scoring on an Alex Wilson to Murphy touchdown strike from 13 yards out. It comes with 5:17 to play in the game. Johnson's extra point makes it 49-35 Hickman. And if you think this game's over, you got another thing coming. It's a long way from being completed.
Yeah, that's right. On that last drive, Jefferson City just took it down the field, and on that last touchdown play, Wilson to Murphy. Murphy was wide open in that back corner of the end zone. And like you said, it's far from being over here tonight. And as they come out for an onside kick.
(49-35). We have a few more finals we'll pass on to here as the Jays now boot this onside, and that is fielded by the Hickman Cupies. Nice play there by Ethan Gaines as Gaines went up and caught that big hop, and Hickman has it at midfield. So the finals for you, it was South Callaway beating Harrisburg tonight 32-22. Borgia beat Father Tolton 24-14. As I mentioned, Helias knocked off Capital City with a shutout. 33-0 was the final. Try to get update on what's happening down at Rockbridge as the Bruins and Camdenton Lakers are going at it toe-to-toe. Centralia beat Highland like a drum, 80-26, as the Panthers won big. Southern Boone beat Eldon 39-15. Eldon didn't score in the second half. 1st and 10 for the Cupies. And they give the ball to Bell. And Bell with a 3-4 yard run around the right end for homestanding Hickman Cupies. Blake Bell's a junior at 6'2", 180. Moberly beat Marshall 42-8. Hickman would like to put together about a 5-minute drive here with 4:47 to play and counting. Trips left. Brock Kemp to the right. Bursey on the keeper looking for a crease. And Bursey picks up 3 or 4 yards going left on 2nd down. Rockbridge 28, Camdenton 21 with about 8 minutes to play down at Bruin Field. That one's yet to be determined as the Jays call a timeout on the 3rd down and 6. 4:31 to play here at Hickman with the Cupies leading 49-35. We'll return after this message.
Start your morning with ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Wherever you are, whatever your plans, we've got you covered. The ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track.
Detailed hour-by-hour forecast to prepare you for the day.
By noon, you may want that rain gear.
And when sunshine turns to thunderstorms, we keep you ahead of the storm, tracking its path live on TV. always alerting you to the next big change. That's ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
3rd down and 6 for Hickman at the Jeff City 46. Bursey on the option, pitches this one, and Bell is hit immediately as the Jays covered out well, and Jeff City will call, well, Hickman's going to call a timeout apparently here on 4th down. A couple of other scores to pass on. Our spotter, Rob Parker, will be interested in this one as West Strand beats Scotland County 39-14 tonight.
Timeout, Jays.
They indicated the timeout was called by Hickman. Now they say it was Jefferson City. Here it's Hickman 49, Jays 35. Monroe City beat Palmyra 36-20 tonight. We'll be back.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Perfect!
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Four minutes, 23 seconds left to play in this one. Jeff City and Hickman, the Cupies, with a 49-35 lead. 4th down and 6. Pass to Kemp over the middle, and he's got a 1st down. As big Brock Kemp was the target on 4th down and 6. Kemp in traffic caught that pass from Bursey, and the Cupies now have a 1st down, and it can take more time off that clock. Update from Rockbridge. Camdenton has tied the Rockbridge Bruins at 28 with still 5 minutes to play in that game. Braden Bursey going to take the play clock all the way down here before he has the ball snapped. And Bursey on the keeper, burst up the middle and brought down at about the 34-yard line. A gain of 3 or 4. Clock continues to unwind. I mentioned earlier that the clock was the opponent here at this point. And the Cupies are well aware.
7 for the Cupies
Justin Conyers in his career looking for win number 94 as a head high school football coach. A lot of those racked up at Battle High School building that program. Now here at his alma mater, trying to get things turned around. This is going to be a holding penalty against Hickman. Again, the Cupies trouble with that pitch.
Mark, holding on.
As the Cupies are having trouble blocking on the
Holding,
edge.
offense, 10-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
You know, in this case, Ben, where you're trying to burn up the clock, going backwards sometimes gives you opportunity to work more yardage and more plays, but you got to be able to convert when time comes.
Yeah, most definitely. As they're trying to put this game away, like you said, you're playing against the clock at this point if you're Jefferson City, and especially with how explosive Hickman's been in the past few drives and stuff like that. It's going to be, they're going to have to come up clutch right now.
You know, we mentioned that Hickman's trying to win 3 in a row for the first time since 2012. In 2012, the Cupies opened up 7-0. They lost to Rockhurst that year and lost one other game, and that was the game that ended their season in the district championship against Francis Howell in 2012. They had to beat Rockbridge here in overtime.
Holding, offense, that penalty's declined, 3rd down.
The Jays, realizing that downs are more important here to get the ball back and not lose more time on the clock, said we'll give up the field position for a 3rd down. As the Jays also reading what's happening. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 11.
Penalty was declined. Bring up 3rd and 11.
That's an interesting call. I understand where they are with it. See if that backfires. Big 3rd down and 11. Hickman probably feels they're in 4-down territory. Under 3 minutes to play in the game. Bursey gets a high snap. He's going deep for it all. Camp is the receiver. Camp almost made it a one-handed catch as he was fighting off the defender in Jefferson Gerbs. And it'll be 4th down. Kemp couldn't get that second paw up there to pull that in.
Yeah, it worked for him in the first half whenever he caught that touchdown down in the end zone with one hand as he was getting dragged down, but unfortunately he was unsuccessful that time.
Why couldn't he get the other hand up there? That's my question. See where I'm going? 4th down and 11. Timeout. They say it's Hickman calling this timeout, which I would probably expect with 2:47 to play. You know, you could pooch kick this thing down to deep, have a decision to make. Let's recap here what's been going on. In the first quarter, the Cupies opened up the game with an 80-yard drive, 9 plays, scoring on a 4-yard TD pass from Bursey to Conyers. Extra point was good, 7-0 Hickman. But Jeff City came right back, put together a 59-yard drive to tie the game at 7. Then the Jays took advantage with an interception by Jefferson Gerbs, and he returned it 50 yards for a touchdown, and the Jays went up 14-7. But before the end of the quarter, the Cupies tied it at 14 as Bursey completed the pass to Kemp. Then Hickman took the lead early in the second quarter, 21-14, before Jeff City scored 2 late touchdowns to go up 28-21 at the half. Then it was all Hickman in the third quarter, building a 42-28 lead. They pushed it to 49-28 before Jeff City answered with a touchdown with 5:17 to play in the fourth. Back to throw Bursey, 4th down and long, and he throws another pick as his intended receiver was Conyers, and it was intercepted. With the interception was Tucker Pearson. And I guess that kind of works like a punt, but the Coops do give up the football as the Jays have it at their own 25-yard line. And Jeff City, correct me if I'm wrong, but down to 1 timeout left in the game, or have they burned them all? They may have burned them all. So it's 1st and 10 for the Jays, trailing by 2 scores, 49-35. Jeff City sends trips to the left, receiver to the right. Remember the end of the first half, the Jays struck quickly. Back to throw Wilson. He steps up in the pocket. It's incomplete. Intended receiver was Murphy. As the Cupies had some defense there as Jalen Jones is defending. He's a freshman. Jones defending in that secondary. Justin Conyers implementing the platoon system, and he's using a lot of personnel here in his first year back at Hickman High School. 2nd and 10. Trips left. Clock stopped with 2.5 to play. Wilson throws in the flat. Incomplete behind Murphy. That might have gone through his hands, reaching backwards. And it'll be 3rd down.
15, Gooch.
Gooch defending. Again, next week we'll be at Battle High School. It'll be Rockbridge and Battle. And Rockbridge in a battle right now with Campson tied late in that game at 28. Try to get you an update if there is one. Back to throw Wilson. That pass is caught by Johnson in the flat, and they force him out of bounds after he has 1st down yardage at the 37.
Number 1.
2:21 to play.
Number 15, Gooch.
1st and 10 for Jefferson City.
Gain of 13 yards on the play. Ball be placed at the 38-yard line where the Jays will have 1st and 10.
Lavalette in the backfield, back to throw Wilson. Throws deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Good coverage on Murphy on that pass.
Ball is incomplete. Intended for number 3.
Wilson put it in a spot where if Murphy can't catch it, no one can.
Defended by number 23.
2:15 to play. 49-35 Cupies after trailing at the half 28-21. Eric Thomas in his first year as the head coach of the Jays. Farmer Jaybird himself. Wilson in some trouble. Hit and ball came loose. Hickman has taken it away, I believe. And maybe not.
Recovered by number
Jays
55,
have recovered it.
Jeff City.
Getting in there to put pressure on was Caleb Richardson, the defensive end, the 6'2", 175-pound senior. Clock's unwinding, under 2 minutes to play.
Bring up a 3rd and 13.
Again, we thank everybody that made this one possible here tonight at Hickman. Trips left. Wilson has time. Pocket collapses. Wilson rolling to his right. Forced out of bounds.
Number 11 on the scramble.
And that
Forced
stops
out
the
of
clock
bounds
with a
on number
minute
44,
29 to play. And it'll be 4th down.
Bring up a 4th down.
Loss of a couple yards on the play. Thanks to our statistician, Larry Wyatt II. Our spotter, Rob Parker. Also thanks to Ben Drury. He's been alongside here tonight. I'm Tex Little. As Hickman looks like they're going to win their 3rd consecutive game. And improved to 3-3 and 3-2 in the CMAC Central Missouri Activities Conference. Wilson drops back to throw on 4th down and 14. Throws underneath. It's caught for a 1st down with the catch for Jefferson City was Tanner Wingrath as he hauled it in.
Caught by number 14.
And the Jays aren't finished yet. They're in Hickman territory at the 46-yard line. Clock stops to move the chains.
Gain of 25 on the play. Ball he plays at the 46-yard line. Which we're going 1st and 10.
Rockbridge is taking the lead on the south side of town with 2:20 to play by touchdown. Back to throw Wilson. This one's up for grabs, and it's intercepted by the freshman. With the interception for the Cupies is Jalen Jones as he's brought down at the 31-yard line. And Hickman has fought off the J charge, and the Cupies will get the football with a minute to play, Ben.
Yeah, Alex Wilson just threw it up there, and Jalen Jones was able to come down with that catch. And unfortunately for the Jays, it seems like this game is everything but over.
Cupies now can get in a victory formation here. I think Jeff City's out of timeouts as the Cupies bring out the offensive unit. Braden Bursey, the sophomore signal caller, has Rayner in the backfield. Cupies go into that tight formation. Working at the 30. In 12 years. Now penalty marker, delay a game against the Cupies. That'll cost them 5 yards.
Dead ball. Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Play clock expired. You know what happens. You celebrate, you stop them on downs, and you're late getting your offensive unit onto the field. And that cost them 5 yards. But at this point, I don't think anyone really cares. As Bursey gets up under center. Victory formation, he takes the snap. And the clock now will start unwinding. Maybe. They haven't started the clock. Apparently, whistle hadn't blown yet for the Cupies to snap the football after the delay of game penalty. Now the clock runs. So just late getting the signal out. But Hickman's going to improve to 3-3, and they will have won 3 in a row under the leadership of first-year head coach Justin Conyers. As there are 34 seconds to play here in this game, do they have to snap it one more time? I don't think so. As the play clock is set, and the Hickman Cupies knock off the Jefferson City Jays here tonight by a final score of 49-35 after Jefferson City led it 28-21 at the half. As these two clubs will exchange signs of sportsmanship. There's a great deal of respect for these two teams amongst them, but there's also a heck of a rivalry here. Ben, your thoughts on this game before we sign off?
Yeah, it was a great game for Hickman. They were able to excel what they do best at and were able to stop Jefferson City at what they're good at whenever it counted. And I think, like you said earlier on, it was going to take a team that stopped what the other team was good at, and I believe that Hickman did that here tonight.
The Hickman Cupies are 3-3. The Jays fall to 2-4 on the year. Hickman in the CMAC now is 3-2. Jeff City falls to 2-3 as the Jays and Cupies played for the 121st time. I'd like to thank everyone that made it possible. Our final score here tonight, Hickman 49, Jeff City 35. We'll see you next week in Battle High School. I'm Tex Little. Good night.
Thanks for watching ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday High School Game of the Week, presented by Harper, Evans, Gilbrenner, and Nettemeyer, and made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, the Columbia Area Career Center, and